Welcome back to our Mandela Day celebrations here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to continue on that inspirational trend. Now, the Western Cape Department of Health's Mandela Day initiative is about giving 67 very deserving people hip and knee replacements, life-changing operations. These 67 procedures are certainly going to change and improve the lives of many. And the Western Cape Minister of Health, Ms. Norma French Mbombo, is right here in our Expresso studio to talk a little bit about the technicalities involved. Minister, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome back. We always love having you here.
Thank you.
This sounds like the most amazing initiative. Often we look at big campaigns doing big things, but when we think about making a change in an individual's life, something like a knee or a hip replacement is going to have such a groundbreaking change or effect on their life. Tell us a bit more about this initiative and the logistics involved.
Thank you very much. Out of about 4,000 people who are on the waiting list for the knee, the hip, and also the cataracts, which is the eyes, won't be able to meet all those requirements. And therefore, the issue of having private partnerships. So we want to thank our sponsors. I think there were about 10 of them. We were earmarking to raise about 1.5 million. We ended up having a 1.7 million in order to pay for the extra theatre time, for the extra staffing, for the extra more hours. So ideally, we will want actually to raise about 400 million in order to be able to work around our backlog. So we want to appreciate our private partnerships around that.
I know some of the operations have already been done. Some will be ongoing, and certainly with the recovery. Talk us through the timetable and logistics of the rollout of the initiative.
We started around about June, and the last one was around about 14th July for all the 67 patients. For cataracts, which is for the eyes, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for an operation, and then you go home immediately. And then for the knee or the hip, it can take about 3 to 4 hours. And then when you are discharged, you have to come back again after 6 weeks. So we will still making a follow-up of the patients.
I think our viewers and I think the broader public out there, and certainly the sponsors involved, would love to follow the progress of the patients, of the initiative. How can we as the broader public get involved and connect?
Oh, yes, indeed, you can. But of course, we have to ask the permission from the patients. But this is doable so that people can see how this has impacted positively, because you saw the patient there where wasn't able to walk, and then the patient can be able to walk. It's no longer the time where previously, where if now you have got a knee problem or a hip problem, or you've got an eye problem, it means that you end up being disabled, you can't do anything. So there's an opportunity, but the issue is about the funding. So hence these partnerships, we see it as a blueprint for the future partnership with the private. So we really need to appreciate in terms of what they're doing for us. But also in addition, whilst we talk about the hip operations within the metro, because there were about 9 hospitals that were involved, from the Khayelitsha, the Mitchell's Plain, the Tygerberg, the Grooteskill, all of those. There are other things, other 67 minutes of stuff that we have done, for example, in the rural areas of 67 hearing aids that we have to do extra to some of our patients.
Oh, Minister, thank you so much for stopping by. I know a very busy day for you today, but enjoy taking in a little bit of the joy that you've been able to spread along with your sponsors and your department in doing these truly groundbreaking operations for the people involved. We thank you for your time and we thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
Your team deserves a massive pat on the back, and we are certainly wishing a speedy and successful recovery to all 67 patients as well. And we salute the Western Cape Department of Health and everyone contributing, especially the doctors as well, and the spirit of what they are doing, the significance of that on Mandela Day today.